Hey, you guys, your girl, Everything Jackins. Everybody knows I love horror. And if you love horror too, click the like, share, and comment. So today is February 1st. It is the first day of African American History Month. And it's also the first day of my African Americans in horror on film. Okay, so today, what I want to start with is the Black exploitation movement. Yes, if you don't know anything about the Black exploitation movement, it's a movement that started to emerge around like the 1970s, and it was mostly in response to the fight for civil rights. Okay, we as African Americans, we wanted to be seen on film. Okay, so it really originates from our desire to be seen on celluloid. Okay, we had Black filmmakers, actors, and even audiences that wanted to see us African Americans not as victims but as heroes. Okay, and from this desire we get the Black exploitation movement. Now some people most critics did not like these movies because of course they were cheaply made and they were low budget. But let me tell you something. I have four gems for you if you are interested in seeing a good Black exploitation horror movie. You want to know what they are? All right, let's go. All right, so the first one I want you to check out is 1972's Blackula, okay? And in this movie, it's about an African prince that goes to Transylvania to seek help from Dracula to help suppress the slave trade, okay? But then after he is turned into a vampire by Dracula, he actually wakes up 200 years later in 1970s LA. Now, this was one of the best movies I remember growing up and seeing as a child on vampires. Okay, I love this movie. William Marshall as the lead character, he was so sexy and romantic, and I really think he gave Christopher Lee a run for his money. Okay, it delivers the goods on all the things 70s that you're gonna want to see. All the 70s great fashion, all the afros you want to see, and it has camp in it. Okay, let me tell you, I'm a campy girl and I love a good campy movie. This is one of the best stylish classics you can watch. So if you want to get that real 70s vibe, try Blackula. Next on our Black exploitation train is Sugar Hill. You guys, if you're looking for a strong female lead character driven Black exploitation film, this is for you, okay? In this movie, Marky Bay, she plays Sugar Hill. Now, Sugar Hill is a strong, independent woman. She owns her own club. And in retaliation of her not paying her debts to the local mob, they kill her boyfriend in front of her. Yes, they kill him right in front of her. And to seek revenge, she actually enlists the help of a local voodoo priestess, and that priestess in return summons the legendary voodoo Lord of the Dead, Baron Samedi. Okay, I love this movie. It's visually stunning. I love the fact that it has a strong female lead. I love that she exudes not only sexiness but confidence. And the story also touches on our African American spiritualism and the practice of voodoo, which a lot of people don't know some of the voodoo legends and stuff, such as Baron Sinome. I'm hoping it's saying right, Baron Sinome. But this movie is excellent, and I love that it has a strong African American woman lead. Because you know what? And 1970s talk, she is a bad mama jamma in this one. If y'all want to see this one, check it out. I think you can catch it on Tubi. All right, you guys, this one is a classic Black exploitation one. And when I tell you this movie is excellent, it is excellent. I love this movie. It is called JD's Revenge. It's a 1976 classic, you guys. I actually had to catch this one. I caught this one on YouTube Movies because I really couldn't find it anywhere. But if you recognize, it is starring Glenn Turman and Lou Gossett Jr. is actually in this. And in this movie, Glenn Turman, and we all know him from like Cooley High, but he is so unrecognizable in this movie. And it shows how much of a great actor he is because in this movie, he is actually a starving law student. He is trying to get himself through law school with his wife. He has married young, and him and his wife decide to go like on an anniversary date, and they go to a hypnotist. And while he is hypnotized, the spirit of a revengeful pimp jumps in his body. Okay. And how Glenn Turman acts after the spirit jumps in his body, like the night and day, because he switches in between the poor law student and JD. And JD is a New Orleans pimp from way back in the day, and he is out for revenge who killed him unjustly. And when I tell you, it is scenes in this movie where I was just outright laughing. This movie is hilarious. It has the best dark humor, and it still gives you that 70s edge. Okay, this movie was good. If you can find it, I like I said, I had to pay for it on YouTube Movies, but watch it. This movie is so good, you guys. Okay, if you want a 70s classic, 70s camp dark humor classic, JD's Revenge is for you. And of course, last but not least, in our black exploitation train is 1973's Ganja and Hess. Now, this is directed by the most outstanding director, Bill Gunn, and this is a art house film, you guys. Okay, when I say this looks beautiful, the cinematography and the visuals are absolutely chef's kiss. This is a visually stunning film, okay? And it actually tells the story of a doctor. He is an anthropologist, and he actually has an assistant that works with him. That assistant accidentally stabs him with a kind of ceremonial knife, and it actually turns him into a vampire. Now, upon this happening to him, his assistant actually gets hurt. He passes away, and the assistant's wife comes into the play, and that is Ganja. Okay, and Ganja falls in love with Hess, and there is like a existential crisis going on with Hess because there is a lot of African American symbolism in it, and spiritualism. And in this movie, Hess actually asks the question of what is right and wrong, because there's a lot of religious themes in this as well. So this was almost like watching this is like a fever dream. I felt like seduced through the screen because the way these two fell in love, it was a seduction. Okay, this is a very sensual movie, and of course, Dwayne Jones. We all know him from The Night of the Living Dead. He plays Dr. Hess, and he is so he is sexy. He is so seductive. So if you want something that's very stylish and very like an art house movie, try Ganja and Hess. Okay. So that's my top 4 black exploitation essential movies for black exploitation horror. You guys tell me how you feel about those in the comments. Tell me which ones you like, or have you seen them before, or if they're a black exploitation horror film that you think should be on my list. All right, you guys, I hope you like this one. I'll be back tomorrow with some more African Americans in horror on film. Good night, you guys.